This is not the church of Joseph Smith.
Travis Wingoodsell, back from my weekly shopping. If you're like most of you who YouTube says are the people who come to my videos, and this is your first time, understand I have over 600 if I'm not over 700 by now. So please understand, this is like a soap opera. This ain't no entertainment show where I do a segment, a video. But today, I still have not received my stimulus check. I only have one more day left in the week. And looking at the website, which continually tells me it's not available for me to know when it's coming, they are now saying that tonight at 10 p.m. they're shutting it down until Sunday, but I'm pretty sure they may not be open on Sunday either. So, yeah. But while I was at the bus stop, because I'm not rich, I don't have a car, I have to take the bus, so when I go shopping I can only shop for what I can carry home. And so as I'm sitting at the waiting at the bus stop, they don't have benches for us, and I just missed the previous bus. It's a 15-minute schedule normally, but during coronavirus they laid off half their bus drivers, and so it's now every 30 minutes, which is their typical Saturday schedule. And so I had to wait for 30 minutes for the next bus. And while I was waiting, a homeless person, a new guy, not the typical guys who were staking out the grocery store that you go to. They were long gone with the coronavirus. But he comes walking by, and he says, "Do you have 50 cents so I can catch the bus?" And I gave my usual response of, "I don't carry cash." And that upset him. See, I wasn't prepared to give a clever response, and so I don't carry cash, sorry. But that upset him. And then he made a comment as he was walking away, the wrong direction if he's going to catch the bus, which is $2.50 normally, not 50 cents. So he was $2 short for me to pay for his bus fare, and then he's going the wrong direction if he's going to catch the bus. And he's mumbling under his breath in anger, "Well, that's a lot of food you got there." Again, I can only carry a certain amount. I don't have the car. I don't have a car like the other customers in the grocery store parking lot who are able to buy a lot more than I'm able to. And yet he was getting upset with me for not giving him 50 cents and then complaining that I must be rich because of all the food I got. Now this is unusual for those of you who are in real urban cities. The Utah homeless have no pride. Well, they have pride. They have no respect. They have no honor. And that's what he was demonstrating. Is that obviously he was frustrated because none of the other guys who hang out throw guilt trips for not giving them cash. Some of the beggars downtown would, but for the most part, the experienced beggars just sit there with a little cup or whatever and a sign that they were able to obtain the cardboard and the marker for the sign. I think there's a place downtown that has them use their markers to make signs, so that's good, I guess. But the concept of Robin Hood just is gone from the homeless, gone from the poor. As we're in a phase now where the coronavirus is literally killing people financially as they're not able to buy food. The concept of steal from the rich and give to the poor is something we don't have in our society as a whole, not just here in Utah. And that's what he was doing, was going to the poor, because I take the bus and I can only take what I can carry. And he was still trying to guilt trip me into giving him money, which I don't have. I don't do money. Everything's all digital on cards now. And so pretty much only the homeless and the really poor deal with money now. And that's a dangerous thing of what our government is planning to do to the homeless if they phase out money and have everything digitized. I think even SNAP, they have the card now. They don't do food stamps. They don't give you a check to cash. It's all on a card now. So it's no longer stamps. But I guess they call it SNAP. Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Payment? I have no clue. He didn't understand the concept that he's supposed to go to the rich areas and ask the rich for money. You know, steal from the rich. And in his particular case, it's for himself. Steal from the rich to give to yourself. He's not rich so that he can steal from the rich and give to the poor, like Robin Hood. It's the rich who have the code of honor among thieves. You don't steal from others who are rich. You steal from the poor. Either through your employees who have to be the slave labor for your business as you make the profit, or the customers who get the poor quality products and the high prices for those poor quality products. So the wealthy know exactly what they're doing. And they have honor among themselves to steal from the poor and give to themselves. And the homeless and the poor, in Utah especially, have been brainwashed away from realizing that it's the rich who have caused their poverty, who have caused their homelessness. And so they take it out on anyone and everyone who walks by, who are obviously wealthier than they are. And so yes, I'm wealthier than he is if he's unable to have food. He's got food insecurity. And I'm not rich enough that I can share of my food. Because if I share my food, I go without. And so it does me no good in the position I'm in to give to the poor. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has their bishop storehouses, which was supposed to be for this situation at this time right now. And they failed. They closed the storehouses down. Now granted, there's several items of food that they have that's just but like their cheese, for example. I mean, my God, put some salt in it. And what else can I remember? I can't remember what else, but at this time anyway. Oh, they're meat chunks. It's like dog food. Anyway, but yeah, they have chocolate milk. Wow, cool. For Christmas holiday, they give out candy. What else can I remember? They have hot chocolate. I'm not sure if they have marshmallows, but they at least have hot chocolate, which is pretty good. But anyway, they closed. So the poor who have been relying on them, which they don't want, they want people to go out and work. And so we've got a guy in our neighborhood here who is deaf. He has to sign everything, and he speaks as a deaf person because he can't hear himself speak. So I had to explain to Ammon once, a little boy, why he's unable to speak. And or was it the bishop's kid, or was it Davidson's kid? Anyway, it was a little kid that I was explaining to. He can't hear, so he doesn't know what he sounds like. And so that was strange for the kid because he hears, and so he doesn't know what it's like not to hear. But Bishop Hammond forced him to go get a job. Are you kidding? He's legally disabled. Legally disabled. He qualifies for disability, but I don't think he's got enough job experience because of his disability to qualify for disability. So he has to have Social Security insurance, the thing for people who are unemployed. And in Utah, they treat the disabled who are on SSI and the unemployed who are on SSI exactly the same. They demand that they go out and look for a job. And during certain presidents, you run out of months to receive the insurance. And I got the hiccups. I never get the hiccups anymore. But yeah, when I found out that Bishop Hammond was forcing him to work so that he can get a temporary supplemental order from the Bishop Storehouse. I couldn't believe it. The church just doesn't care to help the poor and the needy, the sick and the afflicted. It's right there in the scriptures. It's part of a religion. Take care of the poor and the needy, the sick and the afflicted. We all know it, whether you're Mormon or not, whether you're Christian. You know that's what you're supposed to do. That's what your churches are supposed to do. Take care of the sick and afflicted, the poor and the needy. They're not supposed to be hoarding money. Jesus made that very clear, and especially for Mormons in the Book of Mormon. You give to the poor. You do not hoard money. As they even have story examples of bad people who are hoarding money and neglecting the poor. And so, this is worst case scenario time, as America is literally being destroyed. I still have another hour before I find out today's death totals for Utah. But we already got the unemployment numbers today. Another 20,000 for Utah for last week. And if people are going to be suckers to go back to work to try to apply for a job and get a job at the businesses that Governor Herbert opened up, then you guys are dumb. Stick with unemployment. Say that you couldn't find anything. Whatever it takes. Say that, you don't trust the government to keep you safe. As, use coronavirus. Whatever. Don't get a job. Stay home. Keep the money coming in. They just don't want to give you money. They're rich. They have a cushy lifestyle as they pay people to do their work for them. But when it comes to us, they don't want us to live their lifestyle. They don't want us at home watching TV or whatever movie from a streaming service. They temporarily did this for us. Like I told you guys, that's what they wanted to do. As they changed the economy around, they pulled their money out of the businesses that they found inappropriate, and they reinvested in coronavirus businesses. So they continue to make money in the stock market. It's not going to collapse. No. That was all a show for you, as they changed the economy. And there will be no lifestyle that we used to have anymore. It's gone. The quicker you understand that, the better it will be for you mentally. You need to learn how to live in this new environment that they're creating for us. And they don't want us to always stay at home, continually getting free money from them. Remember, they're the rich. They steal from the poor. They don't give to the poor. And so they are not happy with us and our lifestyles in isolation. That's why they're pushing us to go back to work. That's why they're pushing us, so that they don't give us free money, a free lifestyle that they think we are unworthy of. They're the rich. They think they're therefore worthy of the lifestyles they live. We, however, are not wealthy, and we don't deserve what we get. And therefore we need to be punished, we need to suffer, we need to die. And if you remember conference Mormons, remember they were talking about suffering? Really? We're supposed to suffer. So even though Jesus Christ came to remove suffering, The church is saying in 2 different conference talks, I remember, that we're supposed to suffer because we're wicked, we're evil, we're corrupt, we're immoral, whatever other excuse they give. Anything to keep from giving us money and assistance and food during this crisis, as they are purposely trying to murder us. So understand that. Don't fall for their traps. They're trying to kill you.